I'll ask the first question from Ambassador Khalilzad here about the future of Afghanistan, and then we can carry the conversation forward. And Mr. Zaki is very welcome to chime in. Ambassador Khalilzad, in the debate last night in Tampa, Florida, presidential hopefuls of the Republican Party, Governor Huntsman began, and it resonated on the stage, that it's time to bring the troops home. Do you think moving forward it'll become a mantra here that, sorry, but no more US troops in Afghanistan? If it does happen, what is going to be Afghanistan's future?
Well, I think that that is a tendency that's growing in the United States because of the economic problems, because of the difficulties that continue to remain in Afghanistan. However, I believe that has to be informed by the fact that if we abandon Afghanistan, as we did after the Soviet departure, that the extremists will come back, dominate Afghanistan, and that Al-Qaeda will come back with them, since Al-Qaeda is working with these extremist groups, and the threat from Afghanistan will grow. I do not think we will make that mistake. But in my judgment, if that mistake was to be made, although Pakistan is working for that, there's some elements of the Pakistani government to get the US to withdraw. But I do not think this will be in the interest of Pakistan either, because an Afghan civil war, which will, in my judgment, follow a NATO-US withdrawal, will bring about involvement of other regional powers. It will spill over into Pakistan. It will strengthen Pakistani Taliban because they could acquire a sanctuary in Afghanistan. That's why I want to address the Pakistanis to say, look, we, the United States, Afghans and Pakistanis have an interest in common in working together to bring about in Afghanistan that's a source of stability, a platform for regional trade and relationship, rather than the old think that a weak neighbor, an unstable neighbor is a good thing. I think this was the curse of Europe for a very long time. They became smart after World War II. It's time for this region also to turn a new page, to stop these old games that has already backfired on Pakistan with the Pakistani Taliban that we see, but to focus on regional economic integration, for example, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and some of the other countries of the area, to focus on the underlying issues that make this region dysfunctional, to work for economic empowerment, for better education for Pakistani people and Afghan people, for more economic development. Look where the rest of the world is going and where this region is.
It needs to prosper, absolutely. On this note, we'll go to Islamabad and take a quick reaction from Senator Zaki. Yes, Waqas, if you have a question, please go right ahead.
Right, I had a question for Ambassador Khalilzad, but I'm not sure how much time we've got, so I'll bring in Senator Zaki to respond.
Pakistan wants a stable, peaceful Afghanistan. We have no interest in destabilizing. The new thinking that is emerging in Pakistan is peace at home and peace abroad. This was the ideal of the Quaid-e-Azam, and this is being advocated. Various groups which are producing papers on the future of Pakistan policies, the main theme is peace at home and peace abroad. We want to fight terrorism, and we want to make a creative approach, not merely use of force. It is necessary to use force, but mostly to create opportunities for employment, for education, for development. Now, we have been talking to the United States also for the so-called development zones in those troubled areas, but nothing has happened, no legislation has taken place on that. All the emphasis is on military approach. We want to make a comprehensive policy, military approach, use of force, plus creative political approach, economic, and we want the same thing in Afghanistan. We are cooperating with Afghanistan in their development programs. Our president took the initiative to invite the Afghan president when he took oath. He went to his inauguration. We have been having tripartite meetings with Turkey and also with Iran. So our interest is to have a regional solution to stabilize the region.
Of course.
We also want a peaceful relationship with India.
Right.
But there has to be response from the other side also.
That's right.
I think we see ourselves as a corridor of trade and commerce.
Right. Forgive me for interrupting you, Senator Zaki, but we've run out of time, unfortunately. And the kind of debate that we had here on the platform is just a small example of how crucial stability and peace in Afghanistan is, not only for the region, but also for the entire world. The war in Afghanistan has not come to an end. It continues, and we'll continue to bring you perspective and analysis on this issue. I thank my guest, Senator Akram Zaki, for taking part in the conversation. Thank you, Senator Zaki. Also, thank you to Ambassador Khalilzad, who joined us in Washington, and my colleague from there, Kaukab Farshori. My name is Vikas Rafiq. Thank you very much for watching the platform. Good night.